The message popped up at 2:17 a.m. Arsalan wasn't supposed to be awake, but insomnia had become his closest friend ever since he started noticing the small cracks in his relationship with Hira. The late replies. The sudden girls-only outings. The way she tilted her phone away when texting. That night, her phone buzzed again. She was asleep beside him. For a long moment, he stared at the screen lighting up the room. Then he looked at her, peaceful, innocent, like she wasn't living a double life. The notification preview said everything. Miss you already. Tonight was perfect. Samir, something inside Arsalan didn't shatter. It froze. The next morning, he didn't confront her. He smiled. He made her tea exactly the way she liked it. He dropped her off at work. He even kissed her forehead before she stepped out of the car. And that confused her more than anything, because guilty people expect explosions, not calm. Over the next week, Arsalan became perfect, too perfect, flowers every other day, surprise lunches, late-night drives. He even planned a weekend getaway, somewhere quiet, far from the city noise. Hira started relaxing. Maybe she hadn't been caught. Maybe she was smarter than she thought. Or maybe she was getting away with it. The resort was beautiful, isolated, surrounded by mountains and silence. No network here, Arsalan said casually as they checked in. Hira hesitated for a split second, then forced a smile. Good, we need this. That night after dinner, Arsalan handed her a small velvet box. Her heart skipped. Inside was a delicate ring. Not an engagement ring, but close enough to make her breath hitch. What's this? She asked. A promise, he said softly. For loyalty. The word hit differently. She swallowed. Put it on, he added. She did. It fit perfectly. Of course it did. Then Arsalan stood up, walked to his bag and pulled out his phone. Now, he said calmly, let's make a promise together. He tapped the screen and placed it in front of her. It was a video. Her, Samir, a restaurant, a hotel lobby, a car, different days, different lies, same betrayal, her face drained of color. How? She whispered. Arsalan smiled, but it wasn't warm anymore. You were careful, he said, but not careful enough. Silence filled the room, heavy, suffocating. I can explain. No, he cut in gently. You've been explaining for months, just not to me. She started crying, real tears this time. But Arsalan didn't move, didn't comfort her, didn't even blink. I loved you, he said quietly. That's the only reason this hurts. Then he nodded toward her hand. The ring? She looked at it, confused. It's not a promise, he continued. It's a reminder. Of what? He leaned closer, his voice dropping just enough to sting. That sometimes the worst punishment isn't losing someone. A pause. It's realizing you lost the only person who ever treated you right. The next morning, he was gone. No calls, no messages, no second chances, just a note on the table. You chose temporary excitement over something real. Now live with something temporary because that's all you'll ever trust again. Weeks later, Hira tried reaching out, blocked. She tried apologizing, ignored. Samir? He disappeared the moment things got complicated. And that's when it hit her. It wasn't revenge. Arsalan didn't ruin her life. He simply stepped out of it and left her alone with the kind of emptiness that no lies could ever fill again.